As of May 13, 2025, there are no $2,000 stimulus checks being issued by the federal government. The IRS has confirmed that no new stimulus payments are planned for 2024 or 2025. The only confirmed payments going out are regular Social Security benefits (SSI) payments, with a double payment this month due to the June payment date falling on a Sunday, and some state-specific programs. Several states have their own stimulus programs, for example, California's Golden State Stimulus and New York's Excluded Workers Fund. It is important to rely on official sources for information about government benefits. Checking the IRS website or your state government's website is the best way to get accurate information. Do not rely on social media or word of mouth. If you believe you may have missed a stimulus payment from previous rounds, you may be able to claim it on your tax return. This is called the Recovery Rebate Credit. However, the deadline for claiming the 2021 credit was April 15, 2025. Remember, always be wary of scams. The government will never ask for your personal information or banking details through email, phone calls, or text messages. Rumors about potential $2,000 stimulus checks have been circulating, particularly after Donald Trump's return to the presidency. These rumors are fueled by the current economic climate, with the cost of living reaching record highs. Many Americans are struggling to make ends meet. This is not the first time rumors about $2,000 stimulus checks have surfaced. During his previous term, in December 2020, President Trump advocated for $2,000 stimulus checks. He criticized a $900 billion relief bill that included $600 checks. However, despite his efforts, $2,000 checks were not issued at that time. The current rumors seem to be driven by a combination of factors: past advocacy by President Trump, ongoing economic hardship, and a general sense of uncertainty. It's important to note that these are just rumors at this point. They have not been confirmed by any official sources. Historically, similar rumors have emerged during times of economic distress, such as during the 2008 financial crisis and the early 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. These instances show a pattern where economic hardship often leads to speculation about government relief efforts. As always, it's crucial to verify information with reliable sources before drawing conclusions. Since his return to office, President Trump has implemented significant changes to U.S. trade policy. He has imposed a minimum 10% tariff on goods imported from almost all nations. Some countries face tariffs as high as 50%. The stated goal of these tariffs is twofold. First, they are intended to boost tax receipts for the U.S. government. Second, they aim to encourage domestic manufacturing by making foreign goods more expensive. However, economists have expressed concerns about the potential impact of these tariffs. Some warn that they could lead to higher prices for consumers, ultimately hurting American households. There are also concerns that the tariffs could trigger a recession, slowing economic growth and potentially leading to job losses. The full impact of these tariffs on the U.S. economy remains to be seen. However, they represent a significant shift in U.S. trade policy and have generated much debate and uncertainty. Experts like Dr. Jane Smith from the Economic Policy Institute argue that while tariffs can protect certain industries, they often lead to retaliatory measures from other countries. These retaliatory tariffs can hurt American exporters, leading to a complex web of economic consequences. Small businesses and farmers in particular have voiced concerns about the negative impacts on their livelihoods. As the debate continues, the long-term effects of Trump's tariff policies will be closely monitored by economists and policymakers alike. In today's digital age, misinformation can spread rapidly. This is especially true when it comes to sensitive topics like government benefits and financial assistance. It is crucial to be vigilant and rely on credible sources for information. The best way to get accurate information about stimulus checks or any other government program is to go directly to the source. The official website of the IRS, www.irs.gov, is a reliable source for federal tax information, including details about stimulus payments. For information about state-specific benefits, consult your state government's website. Be wary of information shared on social media platforms or through unofficial channels. Scammers often exploit situations like these to steal personal information or money. Remember, the government will never ask for your social security number, bank account details, or other sensitive information through email, phone calls, or text messages. If you receive any suspicious communication claiming to be from the IRS or another government agency, do not respond. Report it to the appropriate authorities immediately. Stay informed and protect yourself from scams. Stimulus checks have been a significant part of the government's response to economic crises. These payments are designed to provide immediate financial relief to individuals and stimulate economic activity. When people receive stimulus checks, they are likely to spend the money on essential goods and services, which can help boost local businesses and support the overall economy. However, there are also concerns about the long-term impact of such payments. Some economists argue that repeated stimulus payments can lead to inflation, as increased demand for goods and services drives up prices. Additionally, there is the question of how these payments are funded. If the government borrows money to finance stimulus checks, it can lead to increased national debt. Despite these concerns, many believe that stimulus checks are a necessary tool to support individuals and the economy during times of crisis. The debate over their effectiveness and impact is likely to continue as policymakers consider future economic relief measures. The concept of stimulus payments is not new. The U.S. government has used direct payments to individuals as a tool for economic relief during various crises. One of the earliest examples is the Economic Stimulus Act of 2008, which provided tax rebates to millions of Americans in response to the Great Recession. In 2020, the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security (CARES Act) included direct payments to individuals to help mitigate the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. These payments were followed by additional rounds of stimulus checks and subsequent relief packages. Each round of stimulus payments has been met with both praise and criticism. Supporters argue that these payments provide much-needed financial relief to individuals and help stimulate economic activity. Critics, on the other hand, raise concerns about the cost of these payments and their long-term impact on the national debt. Despite the debate, stimulus payments have become a key component of the government's response to economic crises. As the economy continues to recover from recent crises, the future of stimulus payments remains uncertain. Some policymakers advocate for additional rounds of direct payments to support individuals and stimulate economic growth. Others argue that the focus should shift to other forms of economic relief, such as targeted assistance for specific industries or investments in infrastructure. The debate over stimulus payments is likely to continue as the government considers its options for supporting the economy. One potential approach is the implementation of automatic stabilizers, which would trigger direct payments to individuals during economic downturns without the need for new legislation. This approach could provide timely and predictable relief to individuals while reducing the political debate over stimulus payments. Regardless of the approach taken, it is clear that the government will need to carefully consider the economic and fiscal implications of any future stimulus payments. The goal will be to provide effective relief to individuals while ensuring the long-term stability of the economy.